17-year-old at Starlight Park in the Bronx. Police say the violence stemmed from an innocent water gun fight. But when the victim told the gunman to stop spraying him with water, that gunman allegedly pulled out a real gun and opened fire. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlos spoke with the teen's heartbroken mother, who says this is not the first time she's experienced a devastating loss due to gun violence. Anthony's live in Soundview with more. Anthony.
Lauren, it's not often that you meet a mother who's lost both sons to gun violence. That, unfortunately, is the case here. Many times we speak with a family after they've lost a loved one to gun violence, and they don't have the strength nor the words to explain that loss. But this woman's words were striking. She said, "I've been down this road before."
It's what summer should sound like in the Bronx. But as many parents gleefully walk their child home from graduation, there are some who can't. Kelly Lewis is on her way to make funeral arrangements for her son.
He didn't have no problems with nobody. He was a quiet child. He didn't really go outside. So that's the more shocking part of it.
But on a sweltering Tuesday evening in June, Miss Lewis says her 17-year-old son, Daryl Harris, the homebody, asked to go out to Starlight Park. She didn't think anything of it.
He told me he was going to the park because his friend was having a water gun fight.
Police say someone brought a real gun to that water gun fight, and when Daryl told them to stop squirting him with water, they shot him with bullets in the head and in the arm. It happened just after 8 o'clock, and shortly after, Daryl called his mom.
He said, "I'll be home at 9 o'clock. I said, "All right, make sure it's 9 o'clock.
And that was the last words you said?
Yes.
They say a parent should never have to bury their child. Miss Lewis has had to bury two. Her oldest son, Jamal Hunter, was killed in a shooting in the Bronx in 2021. Miss Lewis might seem strong, but she's also numb.
I have to make sure my other children are well, and I have to make sure that I take care of what I need to take care of for my child that I lost yesterday. So I really don't have time to be all torn up and broken down, because that's not going to get my family what we need to get done right now.
Living in this city has only taken from her and her family, as police now try to find her youngest son's killer.
It is kind of rough. They lost one sibling, now they just lost another one, so it takes a toll on the whole family, and that's what these kids don't realize when they pick up these weapons.
How do you answer those questions? How does something like this happen in a beautiful park like this during the summertime? Miss Lewis says that an arrest was made in her older son's killing, and that person was convicted, she says, but her youngest son's killer is still out there right now, and that arrest is very important because police need to pick apart at this motive. What else did this have to do aside from a water gun fight?
Damn, that's a strong woman, man. That's a strong woman. Prediction Ascension, love me or hate me, there's no in between. Like, yo, damn, I'm so, damn. Prediction Ascension, man. That's, she's really trying to cope together. She lost her oldest son in 2022, I think it's 2021. And her 17-year-old, he was just at a water gun fight, bro. That's like, she's gonna be distraught later, but she has other children to take care of. And the Bronx is unforgiving, man. The Bronx is unforgiving. Soundview, Mount Haven, 3rd Ave, St. Anne's, T-Bout, Concourse. It's just Valentine. Oh man, it's ridiculous. Jerome, Savage Lands, B. That's insane, man. That's insane. The gun violence is kind of look crazy, B. There's another story I wanted to touch on too. Shout out to Miss Ella. God bless her and her lost children, man. 'Cause that's crazy. But there's another story. 14-year-old was shot dead by a 15-year-old playing with a gun in an apartment. That reminds me of a story. I think I did a story about this a while back, but my family, back when my aunt was around, my pops was alive, it's like maybe 97, 98. they was playing with a gun in my aunt's crib, my cousins and his friends and shit like that. Cause my aunt, she was like she was really the matriarch. Like she would let the kids come to the crib, and that was friends with my cousins and stuff like that. They keep them off the street, but they didn't realize she was inviting the streets inside the crib because my cousins ran with some savages. Sometimes it is what it is. Savages, kids can be savages. It is what it is. So they try to concoct a story. This was up in Parkchester years back, about 20 plus years. So they try to concoct a story saying the bullet came through the window. That ain't happening. My cousin, I got upstairs. I was with my pops and shit like that. They took him out. My cousin, his friends, they took the niggas out in handcuffs. Cause somebody had the gun in the apartment. It wasn't someone shot inside the apartment. They was on the 4th floor. The bullet hole and all that shit. That shit was crazy. And shorty, the child died because they was playing with a gun. When you using a gun, proper gun techniques and all that, you never have a loaded gun. If it's not being used, there's no need to have it loaded. It's never a reason to have the gun loaded. Unless you're going to shoot, like at a course or you're going to put some work in, right? It should never be fucking loaded. Especially if you're just showing it off and all that. But they were in an apartment. This next story about to hit you, they were in an apartment and they were going to shoot they shot the kid in the head. He's 14. So the other kid is facing charges of manslaughter or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this is New York. It's all in New York, bro. This has happened in the Bronx. This other one is in I believe the Bronx too, Bronx apartment or something like that. But check out the story, man. This gun violence with these kids. These niggas all under fucking 18. It's crazy.
The death of a 14-year-old from Queens who was fatally shot as he played with friends inside his Queens apartment. Tonight, we're hearing from the teen's distraught family.
And another teenager now charged in his death. Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager spoke with them about the tragedy.
No mother or any family should have to even come to that point. When I heard the news, I didn't know. I didn't want to believe it's true. So as I'm talking to you, I don't think it's true.
Her nephew, Jamari Mazar, was only 14 years old, with a group of friends here at their family's apartment on 161st Street in Jamaica on Wednesday. But someone brought a gun. Police say Jamari was shot in the head and killed. Authorities say a 15-year-old who was there, a minor, now faces a manslaughter and gun charge. His family tells us he was Jamari's friend since 3rd grade.
Unfortunately, this is what we're dealing with. Guns being in the wrong hands. We watch it with the kids, we talk to them, but you know, kids gonna hear you one minute, and when they get with their friends, it's another story.
Outside MS 38 here in Jamaica, there were candles and balloons released for Jamari. But for his family, only grief and questions now.
You don't know how to feel. One minute you're happy that it's solved, but is it really solved? You know, because they're both kids.
As they plan a funeral, their biggest hope is that others hear Jamari's story.
Because he's just a boy who's just 14 and love life and have friends. He was in his home, a safe haven, when this action took place.
A wake-up call.
And we're losing too many of our young brothers and sons to gun violence,
which they hope can save others.
That's crazy, B. He was in Queens in his own crib. And it just reminds me of the situation with my cousin 20 plus years ago. Like, them actually playing with the gun in the crib. They're playing with a gun in the crib in this family in Queens. Shout out to their family, man. Blessings to the deceased. This is crazy. It's the infatuation with guns. Trust me, guns bring a sense of power, brings a sense of authority, brings a sense of I'm about to thrash shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like it comes with proper training and knowledge of the firearm that you're possessing or you're using at that time. This is a damn shame, bro. This is 2025. We're in a whole nother parallel universe. We're in a different timeline. I never seen so many kids getting hit up from gun violence or just doing violence with guns. And you telling me a kid got killed in a park in Shreveport because the nigga said stop squirting me with water? But that's how it was when we was growing up. Yo, don't come out here talking about you can't get wet. Nah, take them bullshit summer clothes off or your outfit off and come out here and start thrashing these water buckets and these water guns around. Because that's how fights usually start. Oh, I can't get wet. Nah, it's a heat wave, bro. Everybody get wet. You heard it from your mom when you came in. You got wet. Oh, I told you not to get wet. It is what it is, B. It was fucking hot outside. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Okay, cool. You got drenched with water, but is it right for the kid to put a gun on them and really shoot them? So you just run around with a wet gun in your boxes, or you just, whoa, this is great, bro. It's crazy. This is a damn shame, man. Predict decision. Love me, hate me. There's number 2. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me on the motherfucker. I really already know. Follow me up on X and Instagram. You already know. Shoot the DMs. Help me out in the comments. I love the comments because I like interacting with the people. But this is fucking crazy, man. Gun violence in New York City needs to fucking stop. It's just, it makes no sense for nobody. You got mothers grieving on all parts of the town. You got mothers grieving in Queens. You got mothers grieving in Brooklyn. You got mothers grieving in motherfucking goddamn the Bronx. But it's wild. It is what it is, man. Predict decision. You already know.